Hey guys, what is going on? It's Intel 365. Just a few updates before I start this tutorial. Thank you so much for 300 subs that hit today. That unbelievable. Just really good that for the channel. 400 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway where I'll be giving away my HD PVR because I'm getting Elgato in a couple of weeks. I'll probably do it before 400 subs, but I'll still be doing that. And also my kinetic typography tutorial on Sony Vegas was chosen by Tutorial Market. They've got about 17k subs. They sent me a message on YouTube saying they want to upload that. So that happened too, so that's been really cool in the past couple of weeks. So let's see what we're going to do today.
I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on.
Okay guys, so you saw what effects we're going to cover today. The first one we'll do is selective colouring, so it's choosing a certain object in a photo that you've taken, or an image you got off the internet. So selecting one item or object and making that separate from everything else. It's getting quite outdated now, where people are doing like a black and white scene with, for instance, like a red post box. That's the only thing in colour and it brings it out. It's starting to get a bit the same old, but people are still doing it, and people like create some sort of different images and different styles playing around with this effect. So this is the first one I'm going to cover. So let's get started with that. So I'm just going to unlock this image. Means I can edit it, and if I wanted to I could open up this, but it's just habit now. Just get rid of that lock. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to do this tree here. So this is going to be in colour and everything else is going to be black and white. Your biggest friend in Photoshop is your pen tool. Polygon tool's quite blocky type of selection. Same ending, but the pen tool's a lot cleaner and smoother. I'm not going to take my time with this, but you should be zooming in, really making sure you're getting everything spot on as you can. So I'm just going to mark out this tree. Okay, so I've marked out that tree. Obviously that's took me about 10 clicks or something like that, so you're going to make sure yours is a lot neater, a lot cleaner and a lot better. So now we've got that, you want to right click and click make selection. The feather radius, just keep it 1 or 2. The feather radius is how much it's going to bring it in and smooth it out, the end selection. So 1 or 2 is just enough, just to bring it in a bit more. So click OK. That's going to make this dotted line come up. That's the selection now, so you can take that out if you wanted to. So keep your pen tool. So now you've got that selected, you want to go to select and inverse. This selects everything outside of your selection you've just done. So that's unselected, everything else is selected. So now you want to go over to these are your adjustments over here. You can also go up to image and adjustments, but they're right here on your layers. If they're not here, you can go into window and add them. So you just want to go to black and white. That'll make everything black and white but the tree. So obviously yours will look a lot neater than that, but if you want to touch it up, say if you've got like these here, just zoom in on this. Okay, say you've got all these lines, these extra added bits of the trees you don't want in, and they're quite visible from there, even when you zoom out. So you're just going to zoom in, go over to your selection that you selected out, tree's not a very good example, it's quite dark, but it's just an image source, so I quickly grabbed that off the internet. Hardness, around 10-12%. The size as much as you need it. Obviously this is quite small. And now you're just going to go, make sure your foreground colour is white, and you're selecting the black and white layer mask. Make sure you're selecting that. So foreground colour white, selecting on the layer mask, and now all you're going to do is just brush out those parts as carefully as you can. I'm just quickly doing it. So all this is basically doing is just sort of reverting it back to black and white. So there, that's gone. And you can add all sorts of effects to it then, you know, you play around with it as much as you want, really. So that's the first effect done. So now the second effect we're going to look at. Okay, now the next part is selective colouring again, but a different way of doing it. So let's just get rid of this layer mask. So everything's back in colour again. So let's say you just click black and white again in your adjustments, turns everything black and white. Now you want to go to your brush tool, select a brush that's about choose an object first. So I'm going to choose this tree here. It's literally just caught my eye now. You know, quite poignant when you see it. You know, it sticks out quite a lot. So this is the one I'm going to do. I'd say zoom in a bit more. Oh dear lord, you can see all the pixels, but obviously you'll have better images than this. This is just one I've saw on the internet, like I said. So select a brush that's going to keep you nice and neat and inside your image. And now you want to make sure your foreground colour is black. And now you're just going to mark out. And this is just bringing the colour back in. So I'm going to do probably halfway up this tree. You can do yours a lot neater than this. Keep resizing the paintbrush if you need to. I'm at 3 now. Probably smaller the better if you've got the time, which if you're trying to make something really cool, then you should make the time, really. So just keep marking up. I'll do near enough the whole tree, but it'll be dead quick. I was going to set up my drawing tablet for this, but I couldn't be bothered, so I'm just doing it with the mouse dead quick. Drawing tablets aren't, you know, required to make amazing masterpieces, but they do help. I find them a lot easier. Okay. I've probably gone way over all the lines here, but oh well. Right, I'm going to do to the end of this, and then that's it then. I'm going to do it to there and stop. Okay, so you've done that. Foreground colour's black. You've got your black and white selected. This is the effect. You've got the adjustment effect, so you've got that selected. And now if you look at it now, that's just brought the colour out on that. So you can do this, you know, take a lot more time than me. If we really zoom in, you can get some images that are really, really good. You know, and just mark out any trees here that you might want to, you know, be standing out in colour. Okay, so that's that effect. Second part to selective colouring. Okay, so going back to like photo manipulation and stuff like that, the way sort of photo manipulation works is you got a load of different images and you're putting them all together to create one massive, you know, sort of image in your own art. So I'm just going to show you a few effects here, sort of like colour corrections and stuff like that. So have a good play around with these, but these are the basics of the different types of things. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on any one of them, just let me know and I'll do it. So if we go over to, so with this layer selected, say if we had like a shape there and we had that selected in the layers, then it would only do it on that shape. So make sure whatever layer, so this is my background layer, this is the one I want to edit. So we're going to go to image, adjustments. Again, they're all here, but I'm just going to do it this way. Might help people a bit more. The first thing I do is hue and saturation. Bring the saturation not completely down because we just got black and white, but maybe about, say if you put saturation up, that really brings out all the colours, but I'm going to dim mine a bit. About there. Lightness down a bit as well. Okay. Now colours adjustments. Now this will change the overall colour. So we're going to go to there. Going to bring out more of the reds. If you change around, if you play around with all the colours, obviously if you set them to the highest, it's just going to near enough put everything in green or red or whatever. But I don't want much green. I'm going to have it more red, more of a reddish type colour. Maybe a bit more of the blue. Okay, that'll do for now. So you can have a play around with that.